I'm making this record for you, for when you feel like things aren't going to turn out okay. I'm not going to tell you that everything's going to be fine. You already know that sometimes things don't turn out okay. Maybe things will turn out okay. I think it's always a mistake to assume we know what's going to happen. Sometimes wonderful, unexpected things can come along and surprise us with relief or with joy. But the reassurance I want to offer you today is this. Even if things don't turn out okay, you can find ways to be okay. That might feel hard to believe right now. It might feel like one more piece of bad news is going to break your ability to ever be okay again into a million pieces. But my life has brought me to so many people who have lived through the news that they thought would shatter them forever. I've listened to so many stories of tragedy and injustice and pain. They've taught me that you can build a new okay in the after, even when you thought that you never could. It's not about being strong. I'm sure that you are strong, but being strong isn't the key because nobody can be strong all of the time. Every inspiring person who brought great acts of creativity or bravery or kindness into the world brought their weakness too. They had moments when they needed rest and support and time to heal or grow. So do you. That's okay. It's more than okay. It's inevitable. All that you really have to be to keep heading back towards okay is willingness. Willingness to do whatever you need to do, to feel what you need to feel, to rest when you need to rest, to get back up when you need to get back up, to look for help when others could help you, and willingness to find the comforts and joys in this world. Even when hard, painful things are happening, there are little beauties and kindnesses all around you. Reach for those comforts. Dwell inside them for a little while. Don't dismiss them. Try not to resent them for not being enough to erase your fear or your pain completely. Take what they have to offer you. Release yourself from any guilt that you might have over taking a break from feeling bad. It doesn't mean you don't care. It doesn't mean that you have to be over it. It just means that you're willing to take the world as it really is, to see the healing and wonderful things that exist alongside the frightening and the unfair and the sad. In this world that we live in, those things exist side by side. It's okay to let yourself feel that. And if you look, I promise you can find the pockets of okay amidst it all. You can find ways to be okay, even when what's going on isn't okay. I'm not talking about being so strong that you can ignore the pain. I'm talking about building a little space for gentleness and healing amidst it all. I don't know what's going to happen, but I know you have the ability to move towards a new okay if you let yourself, if you ask yourself to look for it. If you can, find some small ritual to bring you some peace and make a habit of it. Maybe you can already think of a ritual that's helped you before or that you've meant to try. Or maybe you can build a new one starting today. When things are hard for me, I try to find a little time for a cup of tea, either by myself or with the physical or virtual presence of someone that I trust. I like to use tea because it's so easy to savor it. Its scent reminds me to breathe deeply. With each inhale, I can note the greenness in the scent. I pay attention to the sharpness and to the hint of flowers and sugar in every breath. As I take each sip, I linger on the flavors that the scent had suggested, noticing each one in its turn. I cradle the teacup in my hands to soak in its warmth. I slow down and pay attention to each taste, each breath, each little moment of peace. The hard and painful and scary things in the world are all still there, but I'm more ready to face them after I've rested, even for a little while, in this pocket of calm. Even when bad things happen, we can find ways to be okay, to keep moving back towards being okay. We can make that journey one step at a time, with a gentleness for ourselves and honesty about what we need. I know this about people. We have an amazing capacity to get back up again when life knocks us for a loop. You can keep going. You can choose to give yourself the kindness you need to keep going. I believe in you. Please, let yourself keep going. You can be okay.